Right. Okay. Right. Okay. So let me just share screen. Good to see you all. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's Roddy.
My phone, sorry.
Hey, it's been good seeing everyone take up the challenge as well, the blues challenge, stuff like that. It's been nice to see you all. And Jimmy recording some songs as well. Nice one. All right, so let me just get this on so I can see you. Right, so this is the 5th class so far. Well, have you all got pens and papers?
Yes.
Yeah. I know, did you all get me a message about a metronome as well?
Yep.
Yes.
Download, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Because it is pretty crucial, really, to get you playing to that really solid stage. Do you know what I mean? To really understand the metronome. So we're going to look at that a bit today. So lesson goals, we're going to be tapping rhythms using crotchets, quavers, semi-quavers and triplets, and understanding how to jump in and out of them with sort of freedom. Okay, and we're going to be able to read rhythms with using the various beats. So I've got examples and they get gradually a little bit harder, and just being able to read a piece of rhythm and being able to just tap the rhythm. And then we're going to play a major scale with a metronome. And what we're going to do is we're going to play the major scale, but incorporating the different rhythms. So the hardest one that's going to be out of these is going into triplets. That's going to trip you up a bit, like jumping from a straight beat to a sort of a division of 3, you know, division of 2/4, and that is easy. And then you've got to jump into a 3, which is hard. But if that doesn't make any sense, it'll all come apparent. Okay, so why do you need to understand about the beats in the bar? Why do you need to know these rhythms? So what do you think, Roddy? Why?
Well, because that is the rhythm of the song you're trying to play, and you have to use your strumming method accordingly.
Yeah, that is totally right. Yeah, there's a lot of different reasons why, but Rich, do you think why it might be?
If you're playing in a band and there's 4 or 5 of you together, then obviously you need to stay in time, and you need to. Timing is crucial, because if I was just jamming, it doesn't matter about time.
Yeah.
I can do whatever I like. But
Exactly.
if you want to go on to be a rock star, Rod. If you want to go on to be a rock star, you got to get your timing in, mate.
Crucial.
Thank you for that, mate. Brilliant. I'll be down to see you.
Okay, so
keep it in sync with one another.
Yeah, keeping in sync. Yeah, totally. So one thing that I've got a few things that I've noticed why it's important, because sometimes when you start singing, I'll read this. If you have to start singing or playing at a certain beat of the bar, because not everything starts on beat 1 of the bar. So say the vocals come in a bit before, whereabouts before do they come in on? They could come in on the and of 3. So you might have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and, you know, it could come in any place, or it could come after the beat. So I think a big misconception is that everything comes in on the first beat. And you know that, Peter, when we do the live groups, every time I count everyone in, everyone comes in on 1, and some people are meant to wait a bit. Some, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's a crucial thing, knowing where to come in and be confident of knowing where to come in, and completing the bars. It's important to complete the bars. So many times I watch musicians and they'll just play the section and they'll just jump into the next chord. It's like what you're saying, Rich. You don't need to really complete a bar, because you know, you're only playing on your own. It doesn't even matter. But like to just finish a bar knowing the time scale that you've got to cover. It's usually at the end of a section, people cut it off. And it helps you to learn riffs and chord progressions faster. Okay, so let's jump onto the actual beats and the time values. And also we're going to look at the rest values, because as well as playing a note, you have to know what the equivalent is in not playing a note, you know, because you don't always play with melodies and stuff like that. Okay, so the beats, and these are the rest. So this one here, this little circle, I know it looks tiny there. Does anyone know what that's called or what it's worth? A semibreve. Yeah.
It's a whole note.
Yeah, it's a whole note, semibreve. And how much is it worth? Peter, do you know this? Do you know this one?
No, I'm sorry, I got no idea.
Roddy, do you know?
Is it worth 4 beats?
It's worth 4, yeah. So you can see it's a semibreve, it's worth 4 beats. It's a little circle with a hole in the middle with no tails or anything. And the equivalent rest to that is, you can see this little like square. I'll zoom in on it. So when you've got your little stave, everything we're doing will all link in together eventually, but this is just the fundamentals of time. See how it's suspended? This is how I remember it, suspended semibreve. See how it's suspending off that line? It's on like hanging down off the line. Okay. And if you were to look at a piece of music and you would see this. So there's your count, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that note would last for 4 beats. So I would go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. It would hold for the 4 beats. So it wouldn't be like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, because that cut off straight away. It's got to hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So let's get on to the next one. You can write these all these things down. So the next one here, Alina, do you know what this is called? This one?
2/4.
This one here, sorry, the one below that. Let's get rid of that one now. This one.
Okay, it's not 2/4.
2/4. No, I can see where you're coming from, but they do.
Yeah.
They do have specific names. I don't know if anyone's done this. Rich, it sounds like you've got a bit of experience in it, and Roddy as well. Do you know what it's called, Roddy?
Quaver?
No, not a quaver. No. Jimmy, do you know this?
All I can remember is crotchets, quavers, and there's a semi-quaver, is it?
Crotchet.
Is it a crotchet?
No, it's not crotchet. No.
A minim.
Yes.
Right.
A minim. It's a minim. And
Maybe
it's worth 2 beats. Okay. So the equivalent rest value, which is important as well, just as important as the note, is to know that this rest value. And the way I remember it is mounted minim. So you can see it's similar to the semibreve one, but you can see it's on the line. So it's mounted on the line. And that's how I still do this rhyme that I learned when I was 11, suspended semibreve, mounted minim. So that's worth 2 beats, this mounted minim. It's not actually called a mounted minim, by the way. Yeah, that's just something I think I made up. All right, so this is how it would look in a bar, okay? So you would have to hold that for 2 beats. So it'd be like a full 4 bars being 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'd be holding it for the 2 full beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's go to the next one. All right, so Alina, do you know what this one might be called?
I don't know the name. I know it's 1/4.
A 4th, yeah. That's I know what you mean with 4th. That's I think that's sort of American terminology, or maybe even you're in Italy, ain't you?
Yeah, that's how I studied piano though, like in fourths. So it's 1/4. The one before was 2/4, and the first one was.
Yeah. It's probably just a language thing, because it's different in UK. It's a crotchet. But I know what you mean, a quarter, a 4th, yeah, and that's worth 1 beat, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but you call it whatever you understand it as. So we got an equivalent rest to that, which is this. Are you probably thinking, how the hell do I write that? What I'll do is I'll show you how I'd write it on a whiteboard. Where are you, whiteboard? Okay, let's make it smaller. Oh, that's rubbish. Here we go. So it'd be like this. Oh no, it's not that. Like a 3, but sort of, that's awful, that, isn't it? God almighty, it's hard to do. It's sort of like a 3, but like slanted like that. That's how you would, that's how I'd write it, because I've never seen really anyone write it as this here. But yeah, so that's worth 1 beat. That's your 1 rest, and this is how it would look in a bar. You would play each beat, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So the next one we got here, I know you've said all these names, so I know you know the names. Jimmy, do you know what this one's called?
Oh, that's your thing in it. Quite. Rhythm crotchet,
Yeah.
so it's a quaver.
It's a quaver, yeah. And the reason I put 3 of them is because you can see it in different ways. This first one's a singular, so that's sort of just as it is on its own. But here, if you want to have 2 that are sort of consecutive, you can join them up with a line. If you notice, there's one line tail coming off this quaver, and there's 1 line to join it. So what would you call that, Alina?
An 8th.
An 8th, yeah, an 8th. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so that's a quaver or an 8th. It's worth half a beat. So if you were to think of a crotchet which is worth 1 beat, this is worth the equivalent. This is worth the equivalent as this one here, like that. All right, so we need to know the little rest for this, which is here. If you see, it's like a 7 with a little twiddly bit at the top. It's like a sort of, if I was to draw it, how do I get rid of all that? I'll draw it here. So you do like sort of like a smile and then a line. So it's like a 7. It's not quite a 7 like that. It's got like a smile and down. So that's worth a half of a beat. Okay. We'll put this to some practice in a minute. Okay, and this is how it looks. Let's get that there. And you'll be familiar with this because I've done this a lot in the sessions with 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that'd be like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay. I think you'll all be pretty familiar with that. Okay, so the next one is this one here. Rich, do you know what that's called?
Semi-quaver.
Yeah, because you got your quaver here, and semi means half, so it's worth half that time value, and you can see there's 2 lines running through it. Yeah, it's a semi-quaver, and it is worth a 1/4 of a beat. So this 4 beats here is worth 1 crotchet or 2 quavers. Now the rest for that is here. It's like the quaver rest, but you can see it's got 2 tails on it, 2 lines. So that's yeah. So it is very important to know the rest as well as the note. And even if you never write this down, or even if you never read it, this is as much of a visual thing, because when I'm trying to understand where to come in, I can see this in my head. This is how I envisage it. So I'm not doing this so like forcing you to start transcribing stuff and writing. You know, you might not be interested in that, but it's good as a visual aid, really. So here's how we would count the 16ths. Is that what you say, Alina? Yeah, 16ths. Yeah, I call it 16ths as well. So 1 Eander, 2 Eander, 3 Eander, 4 Eander. Okay. So you can see if I was just is everyone familiar with that? We've covered that in our groups. Okay.
It just reminds me of that song this week, Dave, that we did.
What song was that?
That Erasure song.
Oh yeah, that's that 16th strummings. It's good getting into that speeding your strumming up in it. Sounded good, that. All right, so here, if you can see here, does anyone know what this is? This is the last one we're going to look at for rhythms.
I know the Italian name, terzina, we say.
Triplet.
Yeah, it's a triplet in English.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't verify the Italian phrase, but I believe you. Yeah, it's a triplet. Yeah, so it's dividing 3 into a beat. So it's a quaver triplet, by the way, because if you compare it to the quaver, it's got 1 line connecting it. So a quaver triplet, they're worth a third of a beat each. So if you have 3 of them, they're worth 1 beat. So this here is worth the same as this. Mm-hmm. So then 3. So you got to, this is going to be probably the hardest thing, squeezing them 3 and going into 2. That'll be the challenge. So quaver triplet, how it looks with a rest, you can use just your quaver rest and your crotchet rest. But you can see if it adds up to 3, if you want to keep 2 of the beats, on this one, if you want to keep 2 of the beats here, then you've got another quaver to do. So that's a quaver rest. But if you just wanted what the last one, or, you know, you'd have to have a crotchet to equal to 2 of them. If this is going over your head, don't worry, because when we start clapping it, it'll hopefully make sense. So how to count this: 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So 1 triplet, 2, oh yeah, I was doing that totally wrong then. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. It's got to be constant. Okay, so that's how we're going to learn to tap some of these beats. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a metronome going, and we're just going to slowly go through each one of these. Can everyone see all them fine? So these are worth 4, they're worth 2. These are your crotchets worth in 1 beat, quavers, which are 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You got your semi-quavers, 1 Eander, 2 Eander, 3 Eander, 4 Eander, and then your triplets, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. I'm going to set a metronome. I'm going to put you on mute. Okay. I'm going to set it at 50. Can you all hear that? Okay, so we were to start with the semi-breathes, which is just for 1. Actually, I'll just zoom in on the ones we're going to do. So it'd be like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. You'd hold it for 4, 2, 3, 4. So Rich, you're clapping on every beat. You're doing the crotchets here. See? So I want you to, we're going to look at this whole note, this semi-breathe, and you're going to hold that for 4 beats. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably the easiest one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And if you notice, I hold my hand down the whole way to just show that the note's still holding down. I don't go 1, because you'll get that confused with when you've got to lifted off in the future. Okay, so let's just tap this one. Ready? 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll just keep looping. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it might be good for you to say the numbers as well when you're clapping it. So crotchet's quite straightforward. You ready? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go to quavers. So we're going to have to split the time and all. You ready? So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and so Rich, it'll always be constant like that. It'd always be constant. That's it. So what I want to do is just go in between these two now. So we'll start with crotchets and I'll tell you when to start tapping quavers. So crotchets. So what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Do another one of them. 1, 2, and then into quavers now. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. And then back to crotchets. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and then to quavers. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Back to crotchets. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Then to quavers. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, so we're going to go to the semi-quavers now. So you might want to do a small tap because it's quicker. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. And it's a good idea to sort of say it if you can to really ingrain it. So 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. We're going to jump from that. We're going to jump from the crotchets to the quavers to the semi-quavers. So from here, we're going to do 2 lots of each. So from crotchets, you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Into quavers. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and then semi-quavers. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E. Back to crotchet. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Quavers. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Then semi-quavers. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and. So you'll see I'll always accentuate the number because you know that never changes. The 1, 2, 3, 4 is the same as this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. You just add in an and then even this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. And see the 1, 2, 3, 4 stays the same. It's just how you deal with this division of time. So any feedback on that? Did you struggle? Did it? Did you understand it? Anyone? Yeah. So. Yeah, okay. I'll tell you what, we're going to try the triplet now. So 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So it's, even though it's constant still, it's just like the quavers or the crotchets. It's just how you're imagining now as 3. So I'm going to get this going. All right, so 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So there's your speed. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Okay, so what we're going to do first, jumping in and out of time, we're going to go from these crotchets into the triplets. So these ones into here. So we'll do 2 lots of the 1, 2, 3, 4s into this 1 triplet, 2 triplet. Okay, so let's go from 1, 2, 3, 4. You ready? You ready now? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And then into the triplets. So 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet. Back to the crotchets. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And triplets. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3. Now that's pretty easy because all you've got to deal with is the 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no real division of time. It's when we come up against something like this, this 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So what we're going to do on this is we're going to start with 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do that twice. Then we're going to do the quaver one twice. And then we're going to go into this triplets. And you'll feel you need to speed up a little bit, but not as much as you would do with the semiquavers. So you got to find halfway in between these two. But we'll just give it a go, and you'll feel the way. So let's start on the 2 lots of the crotchets. You ready? So 1, 2, 3. I tell you what, I'm going to make it a little bit slower. 3, 4. 1, 2. And then into quavers. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Then to triplets. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3. And then back to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Then to quavers. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and then triplets. So 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3. Back to the quavers. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Then the triplets. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3. And that's probably a big obstacle for people to be able to jump into 3s and 2s, like I said before. But yeah, how do you find that, Alina? Did you find that okay? Is that something you understand anyway, or?
Yeah, because I studied it when I was doing piano. It's called like music theory. When you do 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
So
that's if you were to conduct it, like that's how you do it. Yeah. I learned that. Rich, how did that feel?
It's not easy. The brain is not telling you these things. It's sort of it's like trying to do 2 or 3 things at once. And obviously, yeah, case of practicing, but found it good. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, cool.
I certainly need it.
Yeah. Roddy, how did you find that going into the 3s and that?
Well, to be honest, I consider myself a bit fortunate because when I was in my teens, I learned drums and drum parts. So it's easy.
So you understand, yeah. Piece of cake stuff. Well, what we'll do is we're going to just try the very last one now, which is your semi-quavers. I'm going to just choose any, and then we're going to start to just read it within a little bit of music. Okay, so that's probably why you got good strumming, because of your drumming.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so let's do. Actually, I'll just mute you. Oh. You ready? So 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Then into quavers. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and then semiquavers. So 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3. Back to quavers. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and into triplets this time. So 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2. Into quavers. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and semiquavers. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E. 3 triplets. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet. Into semiquavers again. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 2E and a 3. Just back into quavers now. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and yeah, okay. So that's not a bad effort, like just getting used to jumping between divisions of time. That's, yeah, well done. Let's see what's next. Reading rhythms, okay. So here I've put together a rhythm here. So if you can see, this is built from, there's 4 beats per bar, by the way. This is built from minims and crotchets. So if the minim's worth 2, that would be 1, 2, and then this would be 3, 4, because they're singular. They're worth 1 beats. All right, I'm gonna set a metronome going, and we're just gonna tap this rhythm. So when you're doing a minim, you want to hold it down for 1, 2. You want to hold it down for the 2. Okay, and we'll just do a few reading exercises. So I'll set the metronome. 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'll show you. We'll do one more time. I'll show you with the beat above it, so you can see here. You can follow this, and you can follow the numbers as well. So the first bit, if you look at it, 1, 2, 3, 4. So where you see the numbers, that's where you count. Okay, let's just try that one more time. You ready? 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think you were a bar ahead, Rich. There, I could see you were on the next bar. It's fine as long as you're reading it. Okay, so this is incorporating sort of rest now. So this is your 1 beat rest. So what I'll do is I'm going to put on the actual numbers over it, so you can see this is 1. Oh, wait there. Yeah, so that's 1, 2, and the rest would be on beat number what? Does anyone know? 3? Oh no, it'd be on 3, because the minim's worth 1 and 2. So the rest would have to come in on 3 and it's worth 1. And then your crotchets on 4. I tell you what, rather than looking at the whole of it, let's just try and read the first 3 bars. So you ready? After 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you notice, when the rest were happening, I made sure my hand was in the air because I'm just putting it down, or clap it when you're sounding the note. So the minim would be like 1, 2, 3 would be nothing. So I'd open up my hands like that. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3 would be nothing, then 4. 1, 2, 3 is nothing. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 is nothing. Okay, let's try. See if we can just get through to the end of this. You ready? Let's go. 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, excellent, nice one. But you're all okay with that, yeah? Nice one. All right, let's just I've got a few more, but do you know what? I just want to just continue. Oh, we'll just do one which is incorporating some quavers now. So you can see, if I just zoom in on the first bar, you got your 1, 2, 3's a rest, 4 and. So you wouldn't go 4 and, it's got to be 4 and, you know, you got to just say that a little bit quicker. So here we go, I'll count this in. 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4. Was that a bit too quick for you? Right, no. Well, I'll just do it one slow down because it's half and half with you. Let's just do a bit slower. So 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3's a rest, 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, but don't worry if you're not sort of getting this. I'll do a bit of a homework which will cover it, and you can hand in a bit of homework. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to incorporate this now with just a simple major scale which we've done in the past. Does this look familiar to everyone, this shape? You've got this. Can you play, Alina? Yeah. Sort of. Yeah, you can do a little bit of playing. Okay, so we need a major scale. So is everyone familiar with the major scale? If you start with your, if I make myself bigger. If you start with your second finger, one finger to one fret. Any type of major scale, you know, if it's an open one. I don't know which one you know. Peter, are you unfamiliar with it? You want to unpause? Roddy, you know this, don't you? A major scale.
I've not memorized it.
It's all right. Alina, are you okay with your major scales? Yeah. Jim, are you okay? Yeah, okay. I'm going to share it on screen and we'll just go for it. It's not upside down like tab music. I've not put it upside down. So this is on the 5th fret. We'll do it from the 5th fret. That's your first note. And so the 5th and the 7th. And then the 4th, 5th, 7th. That sounds great to me. Alina, let's hear you play it, because I know the other gents know it as well. Okay, great. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, if you see, set the metronome to 55. I'm going to set it to 50. And we're going to play each note as a crotchet up and down. So what I mean by up and down, so down the scale, up the scale and back down it. So it'd be like 1, 2. So I'm playing for every beat you hear on here. And I'm going to go to the top and then back down, but in time with the metronome. So give that a go. See how you get on with that. That looks good, Rich. I can see you doing that right. Jimmy, are you all right with your major scale? Yeah. So just give that I'll give you a few seconds to just do that again. So. So they're crotchets, really, because we're playing 1 per click of the metronome. So now we're going to do the same scale, but we're going to play 2 times per beat. So they're going to be quavers. So you're going to play the same note, but twice. It'll be like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you're not going to the next note. You're playing each note twice. So you're incorporating quavers now. So you want to hit each note twice. I'm going to get the metronome. Play it with me. 3. So. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, do that again. 4. So. Dun. So really your hand's still moving at the same speed as what we did in the first one, but it's your plectrum hand which is doing double the work. I'll just have a little listen to that. Peter, do you want to unmute? Let's have a hear of you playing two per beat. Excellent, well done. Excellent. So do you remember how we were doing the clapping before and we went from the crotchets to the quavers? In your exercise, I'll repeat this a few times before we leave. It'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when you come to the next bit, you'll be like 3. So you'll be doing the quavers, just right. how we clapped it. Let's have a little listen. Alina, do you want to play that one with the quavers? So yes. 2 per each note. Excellent. So a good little tip is to start with your second finger rather than your first, because you'll feel that if you start at the top there, the top of the string there. I don't think you're on the top string there. Is that the oh yeah, it is. Sorry, it's the yeah. So when you do the top string, your next note will be with your little finger, and then your first finger's ready and waiting, rather than that big stretch you've got at the start. Because really, you want to, if you can, think of it as 1 finger to 1 fret, you know, rather than these big stretches. Okay, let's go to the next one. I'll get a chance to listen to you all. So this one is going to be 3 per click. So I'll demonstrate. So here's your click. Da, 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 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So your hand, this hand's still moving at the same rate. It's your picking hand that's got to sort of go quicker. Roddy, do you want to demonstrate that one to us? Excellent. And I think the biggest mistake with the triplets when people start practically playing, not that you did that perfect, is to go like this. And they'll do 3 notes and have a tiny little gap. So it'll actually equate to 4. So you got to, just to make aware that that triplet is a constant. It's a constant beat in it. There's no gaps in it. But yeah, that was brilliant, that, Roddy. Nice one. Rich, do you want to play the triplet? Excellent. Nice one. Well done, Rich. The hard thing here is going to be jumping in between all these, like what we did with the clapping, basically, but putting it onto a guitar. I'll demonstrate in a bit, but let's do the last one and I'll have a listen, Jimmy, to you do that. So here we've got 4 on it. So you want to be counting it 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a da, 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So there's 4 for each. 1, 2, 3, 4. You could count just 4 on each, or you could count the maybe the better way to do it's 1 E and a 2 E and a. So you got your click. Da, da, da. Really good exercises for your actual plectrum, for your picking, getting it tight, especially playing it to a metronome. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate this scale, and I'm going to just do these. I'm going to go from crotchet to quavers to triplets to semi-quavers, just like we did in the example with the clapping. I'm going to do it now. So set me 50 metronome, 3, 4, so I'll be like 1, 2, 3. This is going to be your exercise. I'll make you a little video for it. So this is crotchets. Now I'm going to go to the quavers. So 2 for each beat. So it doubles up exactly. Then triplets. And last one. Oh wait. I went too quick then because of the... Yeah, it's been a while since I've... Oh, Mum, why are you ringing me now? Sorry, me Mum. Let's just cut her off. Yeah, it's been a while since I've played with a metronome. I probably need to do a bit of practice. Mum's ringing me again. God, do you not get the hint? Jimmy, let's have a listen to you doing the I tell you what, we'll go through each one. Let's hear you do crotchets. Have you got your metronome to hand to just click it on 50?
Not a minute. It's downstairs.
Oh, it's all right. You can do it to mine. It's just that there might be a time lag.
Oh, should have one on an app, unless this will be hooked up to my headphones or something. I've got about 5 things my phone hooks up to.
I tell you what, just sort it out, and I'll listen to Roddy first, maybe. Roddy, if you want to unmute, if you set your metronome, have you got your metronome ready? 50 BPM. I'll tell you it. So to go up the crotchet one.
Okay, 50 BPM.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, on a second. Be with you in a second. Okay, it's 50. It's on 80. Okay, all the way down. Okay, 50 it is.
It's a manual one. Oh, look at that proper old-fashioned one there. Where's that from? The 1400s? That's the one Mozart used to get good. That's cool. That. I remember my mum had one like that. I love that. Go on, Roddy. Hit your metronome.
It's on.
I can hear it. Go for it.
What am I doing?
Crotchets first.
Crotchets, okay.
So slow it down a bit. That's it. It's hard to go slow. You're doing good. So into quavers. Try not to speed up too much. Into triplets. That's it. Excellent. All right, good. Go for the semi-quavers. Start again, semi-quavers.
Semi-quavers. Sorry.
That was brilliant. Nice one. Yeah. And he's collapsed at the end. Brilliant. If you have a heart attack, you're not blaming me. Hey, do you know what? That was amazing. Really good. You did awesome there. And it just shows you how it points out the places you need to tidy up.
Yeah.
Even knowing the rhythms and stuff like that, you still need to tighten up going into the 3s and into the 4s.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, but it's good practice for you to do it. And the metronome never lies as well. It really tells you when you're sped up. So,
I can feel it. I can feel myself having to slow down and having to speed up. The first couple of hits.
Yeah. Cool night. Okay, I'll just have a little listen to Jimmy and we'll have to wrap it up there. But I'll make sure you get all the information so you can practice this. Go on, Jimmy.
Oh, how much do you want me to go? Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can hear it, yeah. Just
do you want me to go through? Just go through the whole lot.
So nice. Into 2s now. Then to 3s.
Skipped it.
That's 4th, isn't it? Let's see if you can go into 3s now. Hey, listen, it's fine. Lovely, that's it. That's it. How does that feel, having to shift into different times.
It remind that when I was doing the triplets, it reminded me when I was doing my DJing, and you have to like slow down the record,
syncing it.
Completely out, like hands on it.
That's why musicians are good DJs, because the timing thing's just a natural. Yeah, nice one, Jimmy. How have you found tonight?
Yeah, it's been good.
Good.
I did piano a bit as a kid, so it's a lot of stuff that are knew but didn't necessarily remember.
Yeah, just a good recap.
Before and forgotten.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, nice and well done. Alina, do you want to unmute? How have you found tonight?
Very nice. I actually learned a scale for the first time on the guitar.
Are you joking? Excellent. And you got a good exercise to do with it to really get to know it.
My pinky is still weak.
Oh, it is for everyone. Don't worry about it. Hey, you did great tonight. Well done. Roddy, how have you found tonight?
Yeah, very good. Excellent. Obviously, it's highlighted an area that I know that I'm weak in, which is constant timing, and to play the metronome is.
Can you imagine once you've sort of got to grips with that and you apply it to every riff we've done? It'll sort of be like you've not wasted learning all them riffs. You'll just apply that solidness to them.
I think it's a long road before I get there.
It's not honest. You get to a certain point and you'll be confident and your playing will be solid, and then you'll plateau and it'll be the knowledge of improvising that takes years and years. It's
really
yeah.
Can I ask a question just before we go? The last theory lesson we did on the 10th of July, we actually I think I wasn't there and I caught up on it, but you said you'd finish it off at some stage, which is to determine the keys that we're in and in the 7 chords. So I just
I still am. It's just that I thought it's been a while since we got together, and I thought a rhythms one would be a nice one to gently get back into, rather than diving into the end of the last session. And there's a lot of people on holiday as well, which I don't want them to miss that. So
that's great.
Nice one. Rich, how have you found tonight?
Well, the timing is just so, it's all new, but it's just so critical, and it obviously can determine what the rhythm, the beat, the emotion, the passion. It's just great. I love it.
Oh, brilliant. Nice. You did great tonight. Well done.
Thank
Peter?
Yeah, I really love that, actually. I always like doing the practical bit best.
Yeah, that's it.
And playing with the metronome, I've not done that before. I thought that was great, actually.
Yeah, it really pulls you together in your playing. It's pretty.
Highlights how crap you are.
Exactly. Even, do you know, I messed up tonight. It's been a long time since I've done metronome playing, but you know, I'm gonna smash it now. I'm gonna be practicing it all week. That's never gonna happen again. Anyway, I better leave it because I got another session in 1 minute's time. So
see you on Thursday.
Yeah. See you all in the week.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you all again, and see you all tonight. All right.
Bye.
See you everyone.
I'm going to see
you. Yeah, click the link, Rich, to the other session. See you in a bit.